There's only one way to start.
The defenders that have performed at VVD's level is Rio, John Terry, and Vidic. I mean, how long are we going to act like this guy's a top striker, man? Champions League final.
We got to the Champions League final and lost to Liverpool. I'm cool. I've accepted that. I moved on.
Worst week ever as a Spurs fan. I
think the most pertinent issue that we can discuss, and I've said that I'm not.
Guy loves a big word.
That's the dumbest thing you've said on this podcast. You just said
Spurs
are in turmoil. You know you want to say it. Don't let him press you.
Welcome back to no.
R.I.P. Pookie Loke. R.I.P. Pookie Loke.
Real talk, innit?
Wait, I saw what made you think. I saw the guy sending for Jeezy and that, bruv. So I didn't want to get sent. Damn.
Listen, welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We're live in the flesh, live and direct in the fit. You already know what time it is. What's everyone saying?
All good.
What you still off that?
Put in the dirt.
It made you think it's the funniest page, you know.
Oh man.
Do you know what made me laugh? I know it's random, yeah. You know the Morrison thing after the TIG, and then he put Morrison.
Put Morrison like he's dead. Made you think, hey, let's go.
You're John. Hey, listen.
I'm involved.
First things first. Massive shout out and thank you for all of the respect and messages this week.
Yeah,
that was appreciated still. Appreciate everyone looking out for stuff as well. That was proper appreciated. Make sure you're following the socials. Make sure you're following the YouTube page. Make sure you're following the personal stuff as well. So if you've got anything going. And without further ado, let's get into the main event, the reason why we're here. And as is tradition now, hold tight, the 3-point collectors.
Oh, is that all three of us?
Yeah, I'm four if you can't production.
I don't know if you lot should celebrate yours.
Take the 3 points. Like Carlo said, we move. We move.
You might not bad for turning that into me.
Hey,
that is the fun,
bro.
That is
It's a struggle message.
No, the one that makes
they turned it into
the one that
me.
kills me is you guys are shame to the world.
Yeah. Hey.
Hold tight the participants. Hold tight Arsenal as well. It's like Arsenal fans get very anxious whenever they don't win. They just message us individually and it's like, you guys are going to say something. Let me come on the show. Do. This let me come on the show thing I find it very offensive as well. Let me come on the show. What do you want?
Man said by force, you must have Arsenal opinions.
But first week back from international, some key fixtures. It's officially quarter of the league season done anyway. But it's only right to start with the King of the Lily Whites.
Oh, is that the King of the Premier League as well, right? For now.
Who's top of the league right now? Spurs. Not Liverpool.
Goal difference.
Yeah,
I mean, when you got Kane's son.
Liverpool conceded 60, remember? They hold how many, like 7,
GD,
4, all of that type of stuff.
Forgot
But
about that.
talk me, I'm just going to let you flow, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot to uncover with your game. Talk to me about the performance. Talk to me about how you're feeling right now being top of the league. I think this is the first time you've been top at this stage ever. That's what the commentator, they had to throw in all of these things. And I can see that you're happy about that.
Nah, it feels good.
But yeah, talk to me about the game. Talk to me about how you're feeling, the approach, the performances, and then I guess we'll kick it from there, really. But
bro, where do we start? City, Spurs?
Let's start with you lot, innit?
Because, boy, for me, I kind of thought this was how the game would go. In the sense of City are going to come previous fixtures based on the two managers, really and truly. You know Pep's going to come out and try and dominate possession. And I knew Jose saw this as an opportunity as, you know what, I can sit back counter. I got Kane and Son firing on all cylinders. And that's exactly what happened within, 3 minutes? And I mean, when you look at the starting lineup as well, I thought Sterling, I know he kind of had a little knock on England. I would have maybe started him, I think. Especially in a big game like that when you need to get momentum back going again after international break. As soon as I saw them two out, I'm like, we actually have a big opportunity to make a statement here. 3 minutes in, and Dom. I know certain man are fuming, but that was a ball vision to see that.
Fam.
And then, hey,
baller, fam.
Say it again, tell them please.
Baller, fam.
Because they hate it. They hate it. I'm just saying, it's facts. It's facts.
That ad-lib killed me. I said,
but for me, it was more a credit to the defense for this performance because I knew our front line wasn't going to have much fun. Eric Dyer, Toby Alderweireld, and then Højbjerg and Sissoko, that unit there, sniffing out and breaking up everything. Like, I got to give credit especially to guys like Aurier and Dyer, who for months and months on end, Spurs fans have killed them. Said, yo, they're not levels, they're not good enough. Are they going to cut the mustard type of thing? We signed Doherty to replace Aurier. We tried to offload Aurier, and all of a sudden now he's decided, you know what, let me take this a little bit serious. Let me turn up to a couple games. I just want to see consistency from this team now, because the run of fixtures we got, this is only the first hurdle. So all this, we're top of the table on that. We can enjoy the moment, absorb it. But listen, it can vanish like that, because we got what? You man next?
Yeah.
Arsenal after that. Liverpool
Arsenal,
couple weeks. Leicester couple weeks. It could be, you know what I mean?
Quick.
Reality can hit you quick.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones, absorb the moment, take the positives. I think defensively, there's a lot of kind of bones to take from that, considering we struggled for clean sheets for how long?
Who's the standout player?
For me, the standout, I would have said Toby before he got injured.
Toby, yeah.
I thought he rolled back the years for me. And then Dyer as well was a monster even after he come off. I think one of them two for me. I think
Højbjerg was good.
Højbjerg, monster, bro.
What I would say about the performances, in terms of a quarter of the season so far already, I remember when we were speaking a few weeks ago, and you were saying that some of your performances you've not been too impressed with. It's scrapey wins. The defense has not been there, but you've had Kane and Son performing really well. I think in terms of overall performance, this is what probably your best performance all season. In terms of executing a game plan,
100%.
And when it comes to these sort of games, you expect Jose Mourinho to have a game plan. Like we know what's going to happen.
He got it tactically
and
spot on.
I feel like he got it right, but at the same time, the team executed it well. Facts. Because you can get it right and the team still flop it. So I think credit on both sides there. What I would say is, well, I'm not even trying to be a hater, but you have to look at both sides. You guys defended well. But if we talk about how toothless City have been in front of goal this season, we then have to balance it up as well. Like, I think, like when Margs was here, we said City are always going to play good football. But at the moment, I look at them and I don't see, maybe it's lack of better term, I don't see goal for it. If Sterling's not playing, when I said Sterling's a talisman, I meant Sterling's a guy that I can say that, you know, he's probably going to get a goal. If Sterling's not playing, Jesus, he's going to be busy, but may not find a target. KDB at the moment is
I don't know what that was about.
KDB is KDB at the moment, and then you just look at everything else. I don't see where the goals. The ball's gonna move good.
Yeah,
I just don't see where the goal for
where
is.
And,
that's,
and
I think he came out and he said about it. He said we're struggling at the moment to score goals.
Yeah.
So, but I think
Ferran Torres, they thought the Nations League hat trick was gonna follow.
Fahrenheit. Hey, what do you think though? Do you see like a difference in Spurs though, like in compared to? Take it back to when you guys were on this good run under Poch, for example. Forget about the bad times. You know, when you guys almost got close to the title, 86. You finished 86 points and came second. Is there a difference? Do you think there's more chance this year with this lot and Jose than?
I believe so personally, and I say that because
what's the main difference?
The difference is for me the playing style. Where before we kind of had a thin 11 and were very focused on going forward and creating chances
but you were
coming
still
from
amazing
wide areas.
Defensively.
We had the best defensive record in the league, if I'm not mistaken. But I feel like now we have the mentality to see out games better, and I think also not cave against the big sides. And we've got a little bit more of a nasty streak, I believe now.
So
the run is about to come now, in all honesty. So this is going to be kind of the biggest test, in all honesty. But I think depth-wise, and I look at the quality within our side, I think we've probably got better players now than we did then.
What, in terms of having a striker, having a Celso?
Yeah,
I reckon with Dembele, prime Toby, Danny Rose, Walker. Hey,
but the depth was so thin. That was the problem.
Yeah.
That was the main problem, and especially when it gets
11
towards,
though. Starting 11.
But you got to remember, we're still in multiple competitions this year. That depth is going to be even more important.
And
I
it's
think
Corona,
that was
and it's quicker games, and it's
weird. Like we've been seeing the way players have been crumbling, left, right, and centre for every team. And I think depth more than ever this year is going to be important, and that's one bonus we have more than any other previous year.
But you've segued into a really important point in terms of your dynamic duo that are doing so well at the moment, Son Kane show, which is we can't even front. It's looking amazing.
They're playing the form of their life.
But we have to address the elephant in the room, which is we know that Kane at some point of the season may get injured. We've seen it before. Son as well. Son is one of those players where like he is a quality player. He's a really good player. Yeah. But we have seen that sometimes it's almost like a purple patch. So we might get to December, we're not seeing the same sort. He might be performing well, but the output we might not see it again. And for me, if Spurs get into that situation where these guys are not on,
that's when you need Bell to step up.
Thank you. This is what I was talking about. That's when you need Bell to step up. That's when you need Bergwijn, who's coming, getting back into the fold,
big
to get goals.
Confidence in playing this
I saw
game.
Lucas Moura coming on. I'm not too sure what the plan is in terms of that. Even I forgot the name of your forward that's on the bench.
Vinicius.
Yeah. That's when those guys are going to become important because even when we think about Chelsea, that's the same thing.
Who are you laughing at? You're laughing at the other Vinicius.
No, they're both of them, bro. Your Vinicius and the other one. But anyway, moving it.
Put some respect on him, man.
No, but levels. If we deep it, if Bell gets injured, people are gonna have to. And it's not like one guy has to get 10 goals. Everyone's gonna have to chip in.
No, 100%. Yeah.
I think you know what. Yeah, from that game, right? I was like, the thing that I took from it, obviously, Højbjerg and Ndombele have got a good relationship going on there. Do you know what I mean?
What a signing, Højbjerg.
I think they've got a good relation. That's a good midfield. It still seems that maybe Ndom can't finish games. I don't know.
No,
maybe
that is one thing as well. I agree with that 100%. I think right now he's at a stage where his output is good, but his fitness, I don't know what it is.
He doesn't.
For me,
when you look at
his
him on the
playing
ball,
style also for me is not like a box-to-box engine.
yeah,
if that makes sense.
But he exerts a lot of energy when he's on the ball. If you look at when Ndom plays, he does things sharp, bro. He'll do a sharp turn and drive. And that's maybe that's what's affecting his. Yeah, listen, maybe he can't get to it. But
if the substitution is going to be Lo Celso coming on and making an impact like that, I'll take that all day.
They're like when you look at it, like obviously Højbjerg's gonna be there and be solid. You know what I mean? And as I said, that everyone's talking about the DM over in West London in the blue side, but Højbjerg has been different class this season as well. And if you go to Don't Shoot Messenger, I read the stats. But we ain't gonna go into that anyway. Højbjerg,
read them out. I want to hear them,
Højbjerg has been class this season as well.
Class.
But and Dom, the thing for me and Dom, is like what's interesting is that everyone's like he's turned the corner, like his new mentality and stuff. But I'm looking at it like he's playing exactly like how he was playing at Lyon. He's a baller. The thing is, people are saying like what I was saying, which Cole was alluding to as well. Like his mentality has changed, but where's the mentality? He just allowed to play. He's finally getting runs of games, and he's balling like how he should be. He's one of the best midfielders in the league.
Of the team as well. I'm definitely seeing him like even the run. It wasn't pretty. We all know the run where he was chasing back.
And he got
but
burned.
he would have never done that previously.
He got burned.
He got absolutely burned. But that effort, the effort is there now. That's what I'm saying. For me, I feel like now more than ever, he's bought into it. I'm seeing him. There've been a couple of games where he's been one of the highest runners, and he's only completed like 75, 70 minutes. And I'm like, that's good stuff. That shows me you're actually willing to put the effort in.
When you look at him,
there's another side of it.
We just didn't see that Lyon version the entire time last year. We saw it in
flashes
and
injuries,
and
then he's still not even naturally
sometimes
fit.
It just takes time to adapt.
I think sometimes you just let a guy play football and you'll see his quality shine through eventually. And that's what I think I'm not trying to discredit anything Jose is doing, but I just think remember when he came, I was like, I think he's going to be a top 5 midfielder. Yeah. And look, he's showing that his qualities, maybe he's not consistently showing it yet, but you can see with his quality that he can easily be there. And
there.
When Spurs were playing yesterday, anything that was happening good came from him. He was acting like he's going to pass it back. He'll do a turn, drive into the box.
I think going forward,
he's different. Bro, the guy was bringing so much calm to Spurs.
I got to give Højbjerg and Sissoko a lot of credit for that.
Sissoko's like an unsung hero, but he's been that the last couple of the whole time he's been at Spurs.
I think but the last year and a half, I feel like he's put in a lot more consistent performances. But this now double pivot role, I kept wanting to see. In games like that, anyway, I'm happy to see Højbjerg and Sissoko. It's similar to United, where you've got a Fred McTom for certain kind of games. Those two in that double pivot allowed gave Ndom that freedom to go and do that.
You got Sissoko, like it's good because at the end of the day, everyone was messing around. 1 second he's a right wing, next second he's there. Just put him in a position like that. And the thing is, now that you've got someone that's actually reliable next to him, then he's able to do his thing as well. Before Dyer and all them man.
In the games like, for example, West Brom, I didn't like it when they did that because them kind of games we need to be more open and creative. Yeah,
just like United.
Lo Celso's got to be there in them type of games where he can kind of pull the strings a little bit more.
But as we said, that's a bit of overkill for Jose, bro. Yeah, that's too much. Dom and Lo Celso, yo, that's a heart attack. Fam.
What I will say is, given where Spurs are now, given the Europa League games coming up, given the big games coming up as well, it'll be interesting to see how that side sort of progresses now, because
what
up until now,
is come January basically for us to be 3-4 points within of number one. Yeah,
in contention.
For me, then I don't see any reason why Daniel Levy won't go and make another purchase or so. Let's say whether that be at centre back. We got Toby out injured now at the minute.
Is it a long time?
We actually wanted to get a centre back in the summer.
Yeah?
I think it could be a little while still. But so for me, I think that's a key area.
Do you know the other thing with that January thing as well is you got to remember that with everything that's going on, who is really going to be like loose-handed with letting their pawns go in January like that? And if you want the top signage, you get where I'm coming from.
We need to start doing these.
But you see what I say though about you see what I say though about systems and why I talk about systems all the time and stuff, right? Toby was pretty much written off as finished, right? Everyone was like, he's done out here now. Jose's here now. Okay, even when Jose started, it was still a bit shaky. But now he's got his players, the whole Højbjerg in front, Sissoko in front. So he's got protection now, right? He's got a system where Jose obviously is a bit more low block and stuff.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Toby's looking rejuvenated.
No.
But this is what I mean by systems. And this is when you talk about Maguire, much better at Leicester, comes to United, looks a bit funny. It's systems, bro. Like, no one can tell me. Everyone thought Toby's finished. And now we're saying Toby looks good again.
No. It is systems. It is systems. Partly of it is systems. But then again, the addition of Højbjerg for me gives him that screen. Last year we had Winks, we had Ndombele being forced in there.
Yeah, 100%. If you're saying systems,
but the system, you need to have the right fit players in those systems. Winks last
but
year
you got to know your system to even do that. So,
100%.
For instance, for you guys, we don't have to go into you guys now, but prime example, you've got your team, you have an idea of how you want to play, and then Van der Beek gets bought, and it's like, okay, so what was the thinking behind this in terms of your...
of course.
The thing is, sometimes when you say system, it almost takes away. In terms of how you want your team to go forward or progress, because some people say systems, that's only Liverpool, cool. In terms of how your team identity, what you want to do, where does Van der Beek fit into that? Naturally, when you look at that team, you're going to have your double pivot of a two. Yeah. So how does he then fit in?
That's because Oli can't manage. And that's the thing.
When Højbjerg signed, I knew exactly the attributes he brought to the team and what we were missing. He ticked so many of the boxes that we needed in that midfield that we wanted from the likes of Winks we were never going to get. And for what? 15 million? Which everybody says...
True, bruv. Remember, me and you were saying that...
Kyle Walker-Peters went there for 12 minutes. Technically, that's 3 million. Pound for pound.
Your top 7 England right back.
Hey, listen, he's improved this year.
Has he not improved? Hype, you know.
Has he not improved?
Before we go off track,
Ousmane Dembele ruined his career, bruv.
Let's address
Spurs career,
bruv. Dembele can't even get his career started.
Let's address. Bro, Kyle Walker-Peters, listen, I want to hear his name, bro.
So we've spoken about Spurs and we've touched on the other side, but Guardiola, before they signed a new extension deal, it's City's worst start to the league since Mark Hughes.
12 years since Mark Hughes.
With
Alano and all that.
Alano's a pastor now.
Joe.
He's got a congregation now. Yeah, he's a pastor now. Yeah, still.
What is it? Ballers in God.
No, that's not him.
No, I'm just saying. What that page is called Ballers in God, right?
They should shout him.
Yeah, but that's not him. Oh, it's true. Still, he might be one of the WhatsApp groups, maybe. Yeah. So worst start in a while. The football doesn't look as potent as it does. We've touched on it before. We said we think it's the pressing. We think it's the lack of having a striker. We feel like they haven't replaced right. But in this moment now, addressing that game, how did City move forward now?
I mean, I think that match was... Everything that you say is wrong with City was wrong with City in that game. First and foremost, Laporte running out of the back like that for the goal. I've had enough of these centre backs. I've had enough of these centre backs.
Hey, 3 minutes as well.
What you need to do, bruv, honestly, in the first 3 minutes of a football match, please just keep it nice and solid. First of all, that was Diaz's man. I don't know why Laporte ran to Kane. If Diaz doesn't read Kane, leave it. You try to be an imposing centre half, pop over your head, goal. Like, and then it's just like, what are you attacking CB? That's what I said, attacking CB.
Koulibaly things.
Like, bro, it's honestly like it's getting silly, and like, so that's one. Defense never seems to be patterned anymore under Pep Guardiola, right? 2, possession for possession's sake, bro. And I'm gonna have to talk about, like, it's hard to just talk about it as just a solo game because it's something that we keep seeing. They ain't scored more than 1 goal now in 6 Premier League games now in a row. That's unheard of. This unheard. These the team, and if you look at the teams that they've played, this is 4 or 5 usually. It's usually in one game they'll have 6 goals, and it's like now when you look at them, it's so flat, and you're just looking at KDB just trying different things, it's just not. It's Mahrez just hanging out wide. doing the same thing. To me, it's so repetitive and it's so flat for Man City.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna have to mention it, right? And it's just off my head. I didn't even write it down on my tweet. But you look at who Pep. You just have to look at who Pep has replaced and who he came into. Big credit to Pep Guardiola for being able to improve players and make them to the best of their ability, right?
Yeah.
But we need to stop acting like Pep didn't inherit a great squad.
Facts.
Pep inherited Kompany, Aguero, KDB,
when did he tweet
Sterling, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
Am I missing anyone? Did I say Aguero? I did. I'm missing probably one other player. David Silva. Pep inherited them 7 players, and those
They
7
formed a spine.
were his best players.
Yeah.
Yes, you filled in with Edison, Walker, Laporte. You threw a little bit in,
dance around it,
but
yeah.
your best players were not players that Pep Guardiola signed. And now, flip side, Pep Guardiola now, that core, amazing core, who by the way were Champions League semi-finalists and Premier League winners before
Under
Pep
Pellegrini,
Guardiola,
yeah.
right? He brings in his own players, yeah, Ferran Torres, Ake, Stones, Jesus, Rodri,
Gundogan.
I'm sorry, these men are not the standard to replace the guys that you picked up, and it's showing now because this is Pep's rebuild side. These are the side that all his core that he picked up are gone or they're finished. This is the guys. This is Pep's squad that
100%.
he recruited, and they are absolute shambles, bro. They're below Man United,
Bro.
They're below Man United.
It's a fucking shambles.
I'll ask you. Let me ask you
Fam.
this question. Just purely devil's advocate.
They've scored 10 goals this season.
We talk about how the standard of football has declined, etc. and everything. If you look at the ages and the times when those players that were bought, that was his span compared to now, do you reckon that plays a big part in terms of you can't go and sign someone that's of that quality?
Nah,
Or
because
would you say it's purely down to the way he's built this squad?
I think it's down to the way he's. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
but
just
I think
asking.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's down to the way he built this squad because eventually, listen, are we forgetting that when he did have somebody of that caliber, where did he go? Sane, what happened? Got up and got the hell out of there.
He said, "Fuck this."
Sane is the standard. Mahrez is good, is a good player, but
Squad filler.
He's exactly.
He's a
Bernardo
squad filler.
again. Look at
that level.
Look at that right now. Look,
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva, right, who had a great season in 18-19 when they won the league. But now look what's happening to him. So who's that? That's Pep's player. And do you know what Pep was saying? He's my most important player. I'm gonna build around him. He was hyping him to the heavens.
he
So
was
why is he on the bench
actually.
then? Why am I not seeing him play? Remember, listen,
Don't
Black
even know
Lives
his best
Matter.
position.
Ever since Bernardo made that little racist joke,
Facts.
done at it.
Can't fall again, my
God's
lord.
watching, fam.
What
God's
was I
watching.
gonna say? So on that, I guess it's 2 questions. Where do we see City going for this season? Because for me, I still think that this season for them is very important.
City are in a top 4 race. They're not in a title race.
I don't know about winning the title. I don't fancy them.
They're
to
not
win
in
the
the title race. They need to focus on getting top 4.
So okay, cool. So top 4, cool.
It's just a fact of the matter, B.
How about in terms of Europe? Because when I look at if
they're not winning in Champions League.
no, but hear what I'm saying. In terms
They are
of
smoky.
if you're signing a new contract, that's in faith that we know what happens when Guardiola usually signs a
500 million
contract.
rebuild.
Money's going to come in. You want to go forward and everything. You're going to essentially what we're saying right now hasn't worked. You're going to right it wrong and build again. Surely. So what sort of marker does he have to let down this season? Because surely you can't have a stink. You can't tank this season essentially.
The thing with Man City is that they've got the money first of all, and they've got the manager profile. Man City can finish 10th this season. They'll still go sign great players.
Top players,
Everyone's
yeah.
still going to want to join them. If
Not
they
from the
throw that
signing
money
it
out.
works, but-
then they got no Europe.
Bro, we don't want
don't
that
need
at all. So I mean, like, so with Man City, look, we all know they're probably going to get Messi. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there was a report that came out and said that's
what
off.
I'm thinking.
The
Pep
report,
should have just gone back to Barca.
the report came out
I
and
don't
said
think he
that's
wants to
off.
ruin his legacy there. You see?
The most recent report is that that's off.
What, Messi?
Obviously, we don't know with these
Messi
things.
better-
come out.
but
Yeah,
then
I
Messi
don't know
better
about
start
that.
performing better.
I can only tell you
Messi
what the
wants
streets
out
are
of
saying.
Barca.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go into Barca anyway, but
We'll see. I mean, but I think we know he's going to get given a lot of money. If they're gonna give Pep a new contract, ain't he the highest paid manager in the world as well? So you're gonna have to give him.
Devil's advocate. Let me just say this. So we're saying that they will not be in a title race here, but we know City in terms of even if we're saying they're bad, they still have a quality of side that they should be able to.
I don't
just
think
operate.
they do. I think.
No, I'm saying
I'm starting to look at their team. I'm looking at a team. I think they've got one genuine world class player. In my opinion.
Who's that?
KDB. That's it. Sterling, Is he world class? I mean, I can name you about 8 wingers on the same level. So is he world class? I don't really know. Who else, bruv? Laporte, he's not world class. I'm sorry, man. He's
Edison.
not, for me, Edison. See, the thing about goalkeeper is such a weak position that it just doesn't feel like genuine to me. Do you know what I mean? Who else are we talking about? They got about one world class player in the squad. Rodri, flipping hell, fam. What's he done out here? He's not done nothing at Man City. Walker, he can't even start for England. Nah. So
basically, the point I'm trying to make is
they've got like one world class player, and even him.
I still think I hear what you're
they
saying.
should. If you look at City's squad and you look at
everyone
of
better than what they're currently doing.
So I'm saying if they should be able to
get more out of this team,
not coast, but they should be able to operate and get to top 4, surely, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you're just operating in the league to get there, I still feel like because remember, Champions League to a certain point is knockout football. I still feel that they can't.
Going to be one leg this year.
I don't know.
I'm not.
I don't think so. Back to normal. Pete.
I still feel like they have to show something in there.
They have to. No,
they have to perform.
They have to because Pep will always have the pressure of deliver.
No, because
he has to.
The reason I'm saying it's because it just sounds like it almost sounds like we're saying that okay, they can tank this season.
No, they can never tank this season. No, they can never tank this season. I'm just saying the expectations.
Because for me,
now
if we're saying that Liverpool have injuries and everything, the one team for me
that should
I've said Chelsea have to step up. Spurs, City have to step up. Those
agree.
3 teams have to be there.
And the thing is,
it's a shame for me. It's a shame that people are saying, "Oh, Leicester have to step up." Leicester missing 6 players.
Yeah,
Leicester being there is a privilege.
But look, the biggest issue was their defense, and then they went and signed Ruben Diaz to go and plaster that.
Your boy.
Listen, he's a decent player. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Overrated dude, son.
I still believe that.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Like,
we thank you. We thank you. I still think they're the best pairing.
Nah, but fam, but in all honesty, yeah.
Listen, the state of defending is at an all-time low in the Prem.
But when you look at City's team, like as I just said, I think they got one world-class player, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at their team, like I'm not surprised that they're not scoring goals. I'm saying it. Sterling, other than Sterling, and Aguero's injured, yeah?
I said this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no. But who do you bank on to score?
That's what I'm saying. They've got no one.
They like literally the players,
You can't say, Aguero's not there. Aguero's probably not there for a third of the season
most
anyway.
Of the time.
So final year, bro.
Before they used to be goal time, but listen, we need to look at the importance of which I've said for time about David Silva. Yeah, he was City's best midfielder. I've said it many times. He was City's best midfielder. When it comes to building play, when it comes to who the game actually runs through, yeah, you can go and do right wing. KDB can go and do right wing when you have David Silva, the controller, running the game.
Why you got to shell KDB in this?
But so now that the team is built for KDB has to carry the mountain.
I was gonna say
it's not gonna do that. And what did I say to Mandem last season? Yeah, it's all good. Like KDB is gonna get his 20 assists because the ball keeps going through him and he just plays one way, cross. And now, as I said, if that formula doesn't work, you're gonna be done out here. And this is exactly what I said. And look what's happening. Exactly what I said. And look, people keep talking about KDB's a centre midfielder, but he's the best in the world. He didn't even look at best on the pitch yesterday, and Dom was a million times better than him on the pitch. Playing real centre midfield football. KDB standing on the right wing, doing up David Beckham. Love it, man. You guys,
where we have to be careful in terms
of what? How's he played this season?
No.
How's KDB played this season?
Because you're referencing one game.
But I'm just saying the whole season. How's KDB played this season?
Because you referenced the game.
No, go for the game.
No, yeah, you referenced the game and said you got like.
And Dom was better than him on the pitch.
Yeah, but world-class players can have bad games. If you're referencing the season, he's not been the levels. That's where it is. That is the headline. It's not just the game.
The level. David Silva is the man, fam. That's what I'm saying.
But he was getting on in age. He wasn't having the same impact.
We say
David Silva in his last season or so.
Yeah, probably in the last. And what happened? What happened last season?
But then listen, is that not Pep's responsibility to move that on?
Yeah, it is.
Is that not Pep's responsibility to not make it a one-man team?
A quick one as well. We've always spoken about
KDB doing enough because everyone's up his arse.
KDB's doing what he can.
Really?
The team are just looking at the moment like it's just passable, and let's hope KDB does something.
What, missing penalties against Liverpool and that, yeah?
Listen, Mahrez has been in the same situation.
Is that what he's doing what he can? I'm not going to say too much.
Mahrez, did he not do the same thing?
Listen.
It happens,
but they were champions that season.
Yeah, but you can't.
Not 12. Not 12. Trust me.
Use context still.
Guys want to dance around the KDB thing. I'm watching him. Trust me. I'm not going to go deep dive into him yet.
One thing I looked at when I watched the match and everything, I was thinking that game needed someone that had a bit of magic. And I was like, you've mentioned it before, and I want to know your thought process behind it. You said that you believe that he can't manage Foden. He doesn't know Foden's best position.
Not he can't manage. That's too far. He can't not manage. But he doesn't know Foden's best position. Foden is the number 10. Yeah, Foden's the number 10, and City don't play a number 10.
Yeah.
So he's either going to try and force Foden as number 10 off the bench, and that's when Foden can just go and do whatever, because he probably needs you to come and win the game, or the game's already being won. Yeah. Go out there and do your thing. But to start a football match, he's either going to have to put Foden centre mid, which Foden's not going to be familiar with, or he's going to have to put Foden right wing, and Foden's not a right winger. So at the moment, he's having to put him on the bench. But when you look at that Manchester City team, you trying to tell me Foden's not good enough to play?
The question,
he's not good enough to play.
The question I asked,
he's not good enough to play.
He's not better than Bernardo Silva.
What the hell has Bernardo done for 2 years now? Allow it, man. I don't like when people just do that because of the name brand, bro. He ain't done nothing for 2 years.
Right now,
what's Bernardo done?
Let me ask the question.
What's Bernardo done?
So let me.
What's Bernardo done?
No, but let's ask the question.
Be given the opportunity.
Give him a chance.
Let's ask the question. So
start him.
If we're saying that we have to have KDB, right? How would you in the Pep Guardiola team fix it so you can have KDB and Foden? Would you put Foden there, and then what do you do with KDB?
Go right wing, mate. Your natural position. Go to your natural position with your right winger. He started football as a right winger, didn't he? What? Am I lying?
So you move.
Go to your right wing, because you play like a right winger anyway. He plays like a right winger.
So KDB on the right, Sterling on the left.
Jesus in the middle, Foden.
That's a dangerous front three.
Listen, KDB can have a free role. If he's the best player or whatever, he can be able to go all around, right? You need to find a way, in my opinion. Don't get me too. I'm not saying that Foden's gonna come and all of a sudden City are gonna now be a title contender. But when you're looking at that side, it's flat, it's boring. They don't score goals. Foden's got eye for goal. Foden can get assists. What the hell are these City players doing? Am I lying? Has he not got eye for goal?
4 years.
Has he not got eye for goal?
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
You think that City are going to create more chances?
We're Foden the team.
Foden as the main person on the ball and KDB on the right.
No, that's not what we're saying though. We're saying their chances of actually scoring goals will increase more if Foden's on the pitch and with KDB.
I'm sorry, Foden makes no difference.
Oh my goodness!
Foden
all right,
does.
calm. Yeah, right.
Foden's
Yeah,
so
right.
good.
Bernardo.
Moving on.
What did Bernardo do?
Yeah. Jose masterclass. They can't help it.
They what?
But
If let's,
You can say
let's
they lose,
move
but
on.
they would have had a better
lose, but
opportunity.
I think they would have created more if they had Foden on the pitch, definitely.
Bruv, what is Bernardo doing?
It wasn't like they didn't have the possession, because they had most of the ball.
Bruv.
let's
But they were just
progress
doing nothing
this
with
topic on. I forgot to before we
They
go any
hate
further,
Foden because he's English. Trust
I
me.
forgot to ask you in terms of next
Boy.
week's game between our two teams. How important is this game in the season? Do you reckon it's like a big statement game, or is it just it's too early? Spurs Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a big game, of course, but is it a title decider right now? No.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, right now it's just you know what I mean. It's a taster for
Father-
see where
Father,
we are,
son
see
again.
where you are.
Yeah, for
because
me anyway, and the
I
Chelsea
think you
standpoint,
lot have had kind of
this is our biggest
empty
game.
calorie wins. We've
I
had
said
kind of
empty
a
calorie,
couple.
nah. We've had
run, see if we're pretenders or not.
I think
You beat two of the big six so far.
We've been building a foundation again. Like I said, the big team that we lost to Liverpool, we drew Seville, we drew United. So for me, this is the test to see can we continue those good practices in a game like this, especially in the side where we're gonna have all the possession like we saw this week. So can we be
Oh
potent?
my
So
God, that
you
wasn't a football
create-
match.
we'll see.
This week wasn't a football match.
What's that?
Newcastle Chelsea wasn't a football
No,
match.
I'm saying then City had all the
That was
possession.
a fucking
That
attacking
was
exercise, innit?
Yeah, that was a training. You know, FIFA Arena.
Bro.
There's 99% possession in that. But listen, topic I wanted to go into next was there's a great footballing establishment, and I'm seeing some stuff happen, and it's making me it's mind-boggling. And I think for me anyway, this looks like one of the biggest falls from grace in recent history.
Who's it?
Barcelona.
Fuck Barcelona.
Welcome
So
to our
sick
world,
of it.
boy.
Welcome to real life.
Welcome
You know
to
what I
our
mean?
Barcelona
world,
are
boy.
12th. They're
12th. Moving like, Pep, they're suited for each other then.
Barcelona
Marriage made in
12th.
heaven.
I'm just glad
12th.
fucking Athletic got one over there, bruv.
Is that the
Where's
first time in the
Atletico
Cholo?
now?
The
I
second.
think-
That's the
I think
first time in the Cholo
First
era,
time in
innit?
10 years or
That's the
something like that, I
first time
think.
since Cholo's been manager, yeah.
But,
Who?
bro, Diego...
Why is he
Diego.
calling him Cholo?
That's the nickname,
Like
innit?
the boy,
he
yeah?
likes to get all aficionado.
Man's calling him Cholo like he knows him.
Comunicado.
But when I say one little abbreviation of a name, if I say something like
Nah, you
AWB,
butcher names,
if
that's
I say
Man
AW,
said Cook.
Man started
No,
calling
Cocky,
Cocky.
he said Cocky.
what did
He
you
said
call that?
Cookie.
What did he call that guy a few weeks ago? I don't forget about your.
He knows, yeah.
I remember there was
Yeah,
one.
He was. What's his name?
Anyway.
Yeah, they're
No,
12th
but big
at the
up
moment.
Simeone, man. Because a lot of people tried to say, sort of, was it end of last season? His
can I ask
time
you a
at
question?
Atletico
Is
should
it-
be at an end.
Oh,
But
okay,
is that the case? Because it's, for me, it looks like he's rebuilding. He's doing the same thing again that he did almost last time when he won the title. But what have they conceded? 2 goals?
Yeah,
They've conceded 2 goals this season so far. That's absolute madness.
Yeah.
Like, do you see what I'm saying? And it's like he had that
They got 2
infamous
games in hand
backline
as
of
well.
what? Yeah, 2 games in hand.
They've
I
scored
think they're
18
what,
goals
1
as well.
point
They've
behind
scored decent
Sociedad.
1 point behind Sociedad, who are doing
So,
really
and
well.
you remember they had that like
Who's
infamous
Sociedad's main
backline
player?
of
Who's Sociedad's sign?
David Silva.
Oh, okay. So
I knew you wanted to
Ensemble.
squeeze that
Ensemble.
in. I knew you wanted to squeeze that in.
Let's keep going.
But you remember they had that back line of like Mirinda, Godin, Dramfran, and now he's kind of rebuilt that again. And it's like, listen, you got to give him his credit.
Yeah, João Felix is coming
João
alive.
Felix, the rejuvenation.
A
What
lot
is
of
it?
people are
Carrasco
saying-
has come back from China, all of a sudden looking decent again.
I've never rated Carrasco, but
Nah.
fair play to
I
him.
think
Nah,
the,
same here.
The point I want to get out here is, but we already knew that Barcelona were going to have a tough year with all of the shenanigans that were
Oh,
happening.
smart
before
as
the
well.
season.
Signing Suarez.
Yeah,
That is
experience,
like
a bit
that
of
is
grit,
like
a
the. Do
bit
you remember
of
when they signed
grit.
David Villa? It's like that.
Just a bit of grit. Bit of
It's
grit, a bit
it's
of
just
experience.
that bit of winning experience, that
This is after
quality,
losing a really good centre mid as well.
and it keeps that lineage up of that number 9 they've
Number
always
9s.
had as well, bruv. That list.
But when you look at it, like, even if they're having a bad time off the pitch, this is not the standard at all.
Of Barca.
Barcelona, they're mocking it,
I'm
innit?
This
glad,
is not
man.
the standard at all.
No.
This is not the standard at all.
They've had
You've
football
mentioned-
success too long.
You've mentioned the whole Messi thing previously, but this is bad, and this goes to show you that no one's above anything in football, because the managerial decision was the wrong one. We knew that.
Yep.
Man
Some of
said
the people they were
Coleman, you
linked
know.
with was wrong. Breaking that whole band of kind of like Suarez, Messi, like that was wrong. And now we're looking at a situation where people are essentially writing them off from the title already. They're saying that, listen, they're not winning the
They
title.
can't. This is Spain, bro. Like in Spain,
You
it
have
even
2
comes
losses,
down
you're
to
done.
head-to-heads
Yeah.
and stuff.
10
It's-
points- they're
They're
10
done
points
out
off the
here,
pace.
fam. They're not winning no league.
They're 10
Like
points off the pace.
in my opinion, this all stems from Messi. I'm sorry, guys. I don't care what anyone says. This all stems from the nonsense that was going on in the beginning of the season. We all know Barcelona were on a slide. Well, it doesn't help when your godlike figure starts moving mad and demanding to leave, refusing to come to training. That's not the way you start a season. Yeah, he's come in and he's playing poorly. He's playing poor. What is it? 14 non-penalty goals this in 2020.
Yeah.
And they call Ronaldo Penaldo, but Messi. Okay, but anyway,
Messi.
we'll move on from that. So then, like in all honesty, he's got 1 or 2 open play goals this season. Messi's not playing to the standard that Messi can really play to. Whether you can call it decline, he is declining first of all, or you can, and his head is potentially not in it.
That's
And
what I think it
let's
more
be
is.
honest, he come out, yeah, and look, this is a feature of Messi's career. I'm sorry, guys. When Messi, he came out and said, everyone's putting the blame on me, or I don't like, what did he say? He said something like, I get too much blame or something along them lines. He said something like that, like,
Listen, when you're the
stop,
greatest,
yeah.
that's what happens.
He said something like, stop blaming me for everything, basically.
Tired of getting all the blame.
I'm tired of getting all the blame. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
tired of being blamed for the problems
yeah.
at Barcelona.
okay, you're tired of being, but you were the one that went on strike, basically, first of all. So, of course, they're going to look at you. And second of all, you're the best player. And not only that, you're the captain.
Yeah.
Look, Harry Maguire gets all the blame. All these captains get all the blame, bro. Messi, yeah, is obviously seen as a GOAT or whatever. When in Messi's career, right, he's had great teammates. He's had Neymar, he's had Suarez, he's had Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets. You know, we all know that it was going to decline after them. But then came that kind of like Neymar, and that they kind of carried it through.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
MSN
that they ain't got
period,
it, and Barcelona are drowning, Messi's talking about, they're all looking at me. Who else are they going to look at? You did the same thing for Argentina. You done a run or you retired.
Yeah.
When everyone's looking at you, for someone that's so high status, you don't like pressure. I've never seen that before. What kind of player that's that good doesn't like attention on him? I'm sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo embraces this type of stuff. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are going to be upset, but Ronaldo embraces this type of stuff. The pressure's on Messi. You're saying, leave it alone. You retired from Argentina.
then-
Both them
then-
teams. Wait, sorry, but both them teams were not super teams.
Yeah.
But when you have a super team, you love it, innit? You love the Ballon d'Ors and stuff. You love that type of attention. But when it's going bad, guys, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
But the thing is,
I don't buy that stuff, man.
Has the team he's been surrounded by put him even in a position to kind of be happy? Or
What?
want
So
to
in
play?
Dembele, so Ousmane Dembele is not a good player.
He's not been
But
fit.
he's not. he's not been fit.
Griezmann's not a good player.
Griezmann hasn't
been his
performed up to the
standard.
levels, and then you look at the
Get the best out of
you
them.
look at the managers they've had over the last.
Get the best out of them.
What was that? Pep Setien at one point. Who was the
that
other?
was a
Who was
bad
the other
one.
joker
From
they had?
Betis,
Yeah,
yeah.
they've had like a bunch of jokers coming in and out of it, and I think if you look at The board he never liked. The management team he's never liked. Some of the players he's signed, I'm
this is
sure.
Messi.
You know, guys like Griezmann.
Diva behavior, man.
Guys like Griezmann for me haven't succeeded because Messi didn't co-sign that. That was almost like a club signing.
So a dictatorship that's going wrong, we should feel sorry for him.
It's not even that, but you want to make the best player feel comfortable. It's similar to like with LeBron James or whatever. If you're the best player on the team,
different.
You want to.
Basketball's way different to football. You should not have a dictator like that in football.
What Messi's done for
I'm
Barcelona,
sorry,
how
you
he
shouldn't have a
symbolises
dictator
them,
like that
bro.
in
You trying to
football.
tell me you shouldn't have a vote in
Not
who
a
the team
dictatorship,
signs?
bro.
I'll
Not a
be
dictatorship.
honest, for me,
in
you've
basketball,
you've gotta have
one
some
man in
influence.
basketball, one man can change the course of a whole franchise.
Messi's changed the course
That's
of
all I'm
Barca's
saying.
history, bro.
Okay, so what? So do something now. Then, when Iniesta and all these men are gone, now you're complaining.
When you're getting on an age, it's not as easy. That's why you even have to have a better supporting system.
I'll be honest here. For me,
And
I hear it. I hear what
Ansu
you're saying as well.
They're calling him
But
the
I
best
think-
young player in the world.
do you want me to sum up
Anton
Barcelona for you?
Griezmann.
Yeah.
I'll sum up Barcelona for you. And for me, we mentioned the Pep Guardiola thing earlier, and that's what I find it really interesting. So Barcelona, right, signed who from Juventus?
Barca what sacked
Who
him?
did they
Arta.
send from-
Arta.
Huh?
No, Pjanic, sorry.
Who did they send the other way?
Arta.
There's numerous examples of that where this team that is one of the dynasties of football has not respected what they were built on and kind of fought for the future. Don't get me wrong, Ansu Fati, amazing player. Ousmane Dembele, amazing player, but they've been like
It don't help when you're paying one man £1 million a week.
Hear what I'm saying? Yeah, there's been times. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
There's been times.
It is not easy
If
to
anyone's
rebuild.
earned it, bro.
It's not easy to rebuild when you're paying one man £1 million a week.
I get it, but
it's
he's
not
earned
even
Same
that.
thing at
There's been
Juventus.
times,
Same thing at
listen,
Juventus.
I
Secure the bag.
could literally even find it.
Yeah, secure the bag and stop complaining.
There's been
Stop
bare
complaining.
moments where you look at this team and you think to yourself, hold on, like, if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't be doing this. Like, you wouldn't even do this stuff on Football Manager, that what Barcelona have got away with. And it's coming back to bite them. The question you've got now is, when you look at this situation now, can they rectify it? Can you get the best out of Messi for the next 2 years?
Well,
Anytime
you get
it
the right
goes
board
wrong,
and right manager, I think you can.
Yeah,
you
but
can.
how long does that take to settle? Man said
But
right
it's not
manager.
this
I've never-
season. It's not
listen.
this season. This season's a write-off.
anytime.
The thing is, Cam.
Wait, because
what you said.
Look.
The fundamentals of what you're saying.
Bruv, anytime it goes
Go on.
wrong for Messi, it's everyone else's fault.
No, it's his
When it doesn't go right for Argentina, people are telling me he hasn't got a good team at Argentina.
that I blame
They
him.
have absolutely different level players, yeah? When it goes wrong for Barcelona, am I going to remind you guys, in all of these knockouts that Barcelona have had, which is obviously leading to Messi wanting to leave and all this stuff, yeah? All these great bottles, Liverpool, Juventus, Roma, and who was the other one? Roma, Liverpool, Juventus, and there was one other one. Who did they lose last? Bayern Munich. Right, they lost 8.
Yeah, the 8-1.
How
They
many
didn't
goals?
bolt
Did,
that one. They got spanked.
how many goals? How many goals?
They didn't bolt that one.
All right, cool.
Them man got shit.
All right.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Bayern, Juventus, Liverpool, and
Yeah. No, you're right. Just keep going.
and
sorry.
Roma. How many goals did Messi score in them games? In the games that were to get the knockout games.
0.
No, he scored one against Liverpool, wasn't it?
When did I'm talking about in the
games,
talking about
the
in the
knockout
bottle
one.
games.
Free kick, innit?
I'm talking about in
games
the
where they
bottle
didn't do
games.
anything.
I'm talking about in the bottle games.
Oh, you
Where
mean
was
second leg?
Messi in all
Yeah.
them games?
0.
It happens.
Oh, but stop blaming me. Stop blaming me. It's everyone else's fault. It's everyone else's fault. Score goals, dude. Deliver as well. Man are telling Timo Werner and all these men to turn up, but Messi. Oh no. Oh, we can't talk about Messi.
No. Messi's got to turn up as well.
You guys are being too. That's weird for me.
Let me ask you a question. In Messi's whole time at Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
you can only legitly say he's played under one world-class manager. The managers that they've given him at Barcelona have been a disgrace. You can't not say,
Bro.
Can I tell you?
They've had plumbers.
Can I tell you?
yeah, bad man.
All right. Okay. What about when it was Messi that handpicked Tata Martino?
Alright, he fucked up there.
Oh, he fucked
fucked
up there,
up.
didn't he?
He fucked
Dictatorship
Yeah.
gone wrong. Go on, boss man. Tell me.
So
Tell
do
me.
you think that was the
Tell
moment
me.
the Barca board said, we're not trusting Messi?
Nah,
Because you think of it, because that was around the turning point as well, when like they just got Setien in after that, they got Valverde in after that, and it was
Nah,
like
No.
Setien wasn't after
No.
that.
Or was
They
it
went
Valverde?
Luis Enrique and all them guys after.
You're missing a big chunk.
Yeah.
Like you're missing a chunk.
Tito Villanova. It was Pep.
Didn't Tito do alright?
No,
No,
Tito
I'm
did
talking
well.
about Tata.
No, I'm talking about Tata.
I was talking about
Tata.
Tata.
Okay.
The, fat
The guy that was
guy.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
Ralphie
I thought you
Polos.
said
That's
Tito.
the
That's
one.
No,
You're talking
Tito.
about Tito Villanova.
Tito was good.
You're talking about Tata Martino.
Look,
yeah.
I heard Tito.
This is all in Barcelona's model, though. Like, they only wanted people that suited that style. So it went from Pep to Tito, right? And then it went to Tata, who was handpicked by Messi, by the way, because he was managing Newell's own
I think
boys.
that's when the downward decline
then,
of the club
all right,
started.
cool. Then Enrique came in, who, again, fits the model of ex-player, knows the club. They went brazy, Neymar, MSN, oh my goodness, best we've ever seen. And then from there, boy, Neymar leaves, the ship collapses. I'm sorry.
But listen,
What they done since
You're
Neymar?
saying Neymar holds the keys.
It's
it's funny. It's funny you mention.
It's funny. Since Neymar,
This
they've had
guy's
not
a
a
Neymar
sniff.
fanboy.
It's funny you mention.
Now I'm done with
Neymar.
All right, look, sorry, just before. Wait,
Go on.
Neymar's
Go on.
getting crashed by Cesc Fabregas
wait,
over the weekend.
wait.
And Volland.
Maybe they need each other. But at the end of the day, when Neymar was there, right? Yeah. Barcelona, obviously MSN did well, whatever. Then the next season was a 16-17 season
production.
when they had that greatest comeback. Who was the catalyst of that great comeback? Neymar. That season ended.
Sergio Roberto,
he dipped.
big ups.
That season ended, he dipped. And since then, they ain't had a sniff at the Champions League.
All right, cool. You know what? Yeah, I'm glad you've mentioned.
Guys,
On that point,
I'm sorry.
On that point, because obviously you see,
They hate
yeah,
it when it's Messi, man.
I'm
Like,
just-
you can speak about anything, I don't care.
I'm just here to
If it was
orchestrate
Ronaldo,
conversation,
they'll
you
love
get
it.
But
me?
I like Barca's decline. I'm enjoying it.
If it was Ronaldo, they love it because everyone hates Ronaldo.
You get me? I'm just conversation.
No, I hear you on that.
I'm here to
I hear
orchestrate
you on that.
conversation. I've got random question. You see with how Ronaldo's performed at the moment and how Messi's kind of where Messi is. Just random question, yes or no? It doesn't have to be a major topic. Do you reckon that people in their mind will hold that in stock when they start having conversations about who was the GOAT or anything in terms of how they finished their careers?
Yes.
Would it hold a lot of weight? Because we've seen Ronaldo progressively get better and better and better.
Yeah.
He's
Ronaldo's
not
also
getting
done
better.
international.
Not better, but he's
Ronaldo's-
still scoring
Ronaldo's
goals.
done
He's
the
not gotten
international
better.
thing as well.
But because the reason why I think about it is we touched on it last week when we were saying that the way Rooney went out was sad. We've always said it, the way some players go out is sad. Do you reckon it will have a big weight on who we eventually say is, this guy was sick?
I think people are always going to look at. I think there's people. The people that think Messi is the GOAT.
Always think he's
they
GOAT.
think there's no way of him. I
It's
get
set
it
in
because
stone
the
for
way
them,
Messi
yeah.
plays football is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. 36 or 34 years of age is still going to be amazing, whatever,
Yeah.
33. But I think if we're talking about careers, and you're talking about achievements, you can put Ronaldo next to Messi. If you're talking about who's the best player in terms of football player, it has to be Messi.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about who's the greatest, who's going to leave a greatest legacy and stuff, I think Ronaldo will leave a greatest legacy. I mean,
We don't
because
have to-
bruv,
I
highest
agree there.
international scorer of all time, he'll end. He's got he's
Highest,
all
highest
time. I
scorer
think
all time.
Messi
Period.
can potentially catch that though. The highest of all time, Messi.
Well, he's going to
Penalties.
Barcelona to.
I mean, unless he keeps sliding. Yeah, you know what I mean? Ronaldo will break it first, but I'm saying Messi can potentially
Messi?
end his career.
But you're
with
saying that because what's going to happen in terms of next season if he's not at Barcelona, he doesn't go to see what he goes back home. Like the thing is, we don't know. The only
Back
reason I
home,
brought it
man,
up is
they don't
because
see him as
Newell's
they don't
old
see him.
boys.
He's
Listen,
Spanish.
They don't love
Legit,
him.
the only reason
He's
I
Spanish,
really
trust
brought
me.
it
They
up
don't
is
love
'cause
you like Kobe.
Yeah, they don't love you like that.
They don't love you like Kobe.
They don't love you like Kobe, you know.
at the end of the day, like people always view like the ending as a pivotal point. That's the last thing people remember.
I think if
The lot of stuff we're seeing
Ronaldo
right now-
nicked another Champions League, debate over.
It's over.
I don't
It's
think he
over.
will. But if he did,
over.
debate's over.
It's over.
But
It's
I
an
don't think he
interesting
will.
take. Speaking on Champions League, there's another team I want to discuss. I want to discuss PSG. You mentioned Neymar, and the reason why I want to discuss them is because I look at that project here,
Fraud.
and I remember, I think you and me at the end of that Champions League final, I said this team has to either get a new manager, or new players, because they're not going to get back here again. And
They're
a
stuck
lot of
with
people
both.
say that no, but they've done good enough. It's fine. And yeah, we're seeing them fly the league, but this PSG team, I'm not like, I look at the players, I'm like, I look at the project, and I'm like, okay, you wouldn't really and truly, if you wanted to walk the league, you didn't have to spend that much money. Let's put it that way. So you winning the league is a given. I still look at them. Yeah, they're doing the right in Champions League, but what is
telling
this
you now.
project?
Third, bro.
Bro,
Oh, sorry.
no. Hey, come on, man. Don't forget what happened when we touched Paris, fam.
Listen.
Laptop, bro.
Yeah, don't forget what happened when we touched Paris, fam.
I just look at it and I'm like, in terms of like the big takeovers, this doesn't go anywhere near any of them. It's been a flop. Let's call it is. This takeover has been a flop.
Easily. PSG
This
are here for
takeover
fun.
has been a disgrace.
And like when you look at all the big takeovers like the Chelsea, the Cities, I think this one's arguably.
There's more.
No, of course there's more. Monaco, but they all kind of hit the target they
Monaco
set
won
out.
the league.
Monaco came in, won the league, took it off PSG and said safe. They cut their spending and then sold off every player and made a profit. That chairman's laughing.
Zenit, yeah, Anzi, and then but
Sheikh Khalifa is
serious
fuming.
leagues, man.
Listen,
Yeah,
this PSG
He
one
spent over $1 billion, bro.
is
$1 billion.
it's not great.
Neymar's getting driven in helicopters to training grounds still to this day.
It's not great, man.
The way I see it, I think. I mean, when you look at the way they've done it like they're the Lakers or something. They got a big two in LeBron and AD with Mbappe, and they just filled him with some weird ass pieces like Paredes,
Kera.
Moise Keane. You know what I mean? Like that's the KCP, Caruso's and all them. Like, I don't get what their model was there. Like you literally bought a big two and said we're gonna just freestyle the rest of it. It's been a
Icardi fell into their lap.
Complete
two-pack
flop.
of ass. Like it's been. Like I was looking at the team. I was thinking, so who's this Barca you, bro? I was thinking what, the backup from OVU or something. What's going on here, bro? I was like,
It's not nice.
Not
this
nice.
guy, bro. I'm just seeing random guys
nice.
like
Danilo, Idrissa
I'm just
Gueye,
seeing random fam, and
Bro,
even
from
like
Everton.
bro.
Like
Herrera.
No, but people were rating him when he was.
He's good. He's good.
Did you
He's
see
good.
the game?
No, but we're talking about like,
again. So
when you're trying
here's
to
where I
break
like
that
to interject.
Champions
With
League
him,
barrier.
He's one of them guys
not a
where,
bad player.
in terms of his stats statistically and everything, and the way he played, it was Kante and him. Those were the guys that were like interception and everything. But again, when I look at like a mega team and a team that's got all of the money and a team that wants to win Champions League and everything and all that type of stuff, don't get me wrong, I understand that signing, but that, for me, that's a domestic signing. That's not a signing in terms of I want to win the Champions League.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That's a domestic signing.
the thing is, they came close in it to win the Champions League, but it's just been such a wow.
It's been underwhelming.
They were-
This takeover's
They were
been
like,
underwhelming.
they were bullied in that final.
Yeah, but we all know like, the thing about a takeover in France is that if you don't win the Champions League, it's literally irrelevant because Chelsea, for example, didn't win the Champions League for a while, but winning 8 years, but winning the Premier League is prestigious. You know what I mean? Winning the Premier League looks like winning the French League doesn't have any weight. So that's why it's gonna look.
Uber Eats written.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like you're looking at it like Mbappe.
How many
it's
finals
like,
have they been to?
Yeah, they've been to one, but
At least
you guys
Chelsea went to
only got
finals before that.
Yeah, but you lost.
But at
against
least
us.
we were still
Yeah, but
present.
so they got there
we
this
were
year, though.
present in Europe.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
this
You're better in
campaign
Europe.
before
Yeah.
that,
And you
when
lot
have
had
they
like
been
bare
present?
semi-final.
I
They've
agree
not
with
been
that
as well,
present
yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
This was the one time I thought, okay, you know what? All
I
right.
agree. Like,
Like,
as
they
soon as
had-
Chelsea
I didn't even think all right. I was like, who did they play? Or Atalanta?
Yeah, they had the
And even Atalanta,
quarterfinal.
like they
They
tried.
stressed
Like,
them.
they tried.
Just them. As soon as Chelsea got the money,
Bro, we
They
were
were
in
semi-finals
contention.
minimum.
It was-
We were
It was
there.
semis minimum.
And every time,
It was
every
goal
time
score.
goal score, like it was like, these man are unlucky. We were unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, Ludovic Julie and them, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when I look at PSG, I'm not. You man are not even unlucky. You man are ass. Like this takeover has been so poor. This takeover's been shoddy. Like I
No,
want
it's
to put out
facts.
there, but
It's
nah.
facts.
nah, it's true. I mean, I don't rate this takeover. I get what you're saying. Chelsea, what? Who was it? Liverpool, they knocked out.
Now Monaco lost first. They lost to Monaco.
Yeah, I'm talking about with Jose. We only care about Jose. You get me?
The Ranieri.
The
you don't
Liverpool,
really count,
yeah. We get Liverpool, and then who?
Barca.
Barca, then Liverpool again, and then United in the
Got you,
final.
man. Yeah.
And then and then Barcelona.
why you hate
Yeah.
them.
I mean,
Liverpool used to. Remember when Ryan Babel
I like
skied it
Luis
from
Garcia, I
Ryan
remember.
Ryan
yeah, Liverpool
Babel
were their
skied
bogey
it from
team.
40
Liverpool
yards.
were their bogey team.
Do you remember that goal?
I remember
Picked
that,
up halfway,
yeah.
like, no, the free kick. No, I'm talking about
Aye.
Babel. Remember when Babel was playing rubbish, just picked up.
Beat them that one.
No, but it was like, why is he doing this? And then,
Nowhere. She just licked it. Just licked it.
Babel.
Which one are you talking about? Babel blasted.
Yeah, when he
it,
blasted
Babel
it.
was a weird
That was
one.
Czech should have saved that. Yeah.
saved that.
No, Czech
but
should have saved that.
that's on PSG. Champions League's coming up. You man are get revenge tour. You have to spin the block against Istanbul.
Oh, you back in Istanbul?
No, we're at home, innit? Yeah, we're
Wow.
playing. Yeah,
You have to
Istanbul.
spin
At
your own
home
block,
is no difference to you lot, let's be honest.
I want it to be a straightforward win, but when you look at the way we just come off the game against PSG, I mean West Brom, how has that meant to fill you with confidence? When your manager, huh?
You're not confident. You got VAR on your side.
Bro, that's
Hey,
Fergie's
Barchester,
8
innit?
years gone and they're still on the fucking payroll, these refs.
Right,
That was
I
a
mean,
shambles yesterday.
I agree.
You
I
got to be
agree.
careful. You
Grace.
might get a fan at Carlton Cole, bro.
Bro,
Never send you a 20k
I'll
fan
send
for
my
them
fines
comments.
to him.
I agree. I think West Brom should have had a penalty, and then we go up. Yeah, I said, look, I'm embarrassed to celebrate that, bro. Like, you're playing against West Brom, your manager puts on Matic and Fred for protection. Like what? I don't get what we're doing out here. It's honestly it's embarrassing, and we're probably gonna go and do the same thing. I don't know what Van der Beek's got to do to get a start. Maybe he's got. I don't really know what he's got to do, but. It just doesn't even fill me. It just fills me with confidence. It doesn't fill me with confidence, honestly.
For you lot, I'm low-key glad he's suffering.
Who?
Tell you what, for
Dutch
me,
guy, you need him on form.
Before we go into champ and criminal, for me,
weren't convincing one enough.
The person that, if there's a team that has to arise, for me, Inter Milan.
Getting sent home from international
I am watching Inter Milan closely. They have to rise it.
They got their first win, didn't they?
Conte hurt.
Yeah, they have to rise it.
First win in 9? First win in 8 or something like that?
Something like that. They have to rise it.
Lukaku. What was that? 2 goals, 2 assists?
They got 2 assists, yeah?
But Champions League, they have to rise it. They have to rise in Champions League.
United fans chose Martial over Lukaku.
Lukaku's one of them guys that he'll score a lot of goals, but it's always in the end, it's like, what does it lead you to? And it's the same thing
Europa League
in
final.
Italy. And what happened? We were just talking about PSG not winning.
Heritage.
And now we're bringing up the Europa League. You know, Inter we started in the Champions League and they dropped down.
Who?
Inter were in the Champions League. Then they dropped to Europa. Yeah, it was his fault actually. Did you not see his miss on the final game?
I fucking hate this guy. You're a bully, you know that. Leave Lukaku alone.
I'm just saying. You about to start coming some dialogue. I'm just saying.
I just want to give Lukaku's.
Let's go into champion and criminal of the week. Is criminal unanimous, by the way?
I think so.
What's the unanimous criminal?
I think so.
Alright, let's do champ first, then we'll see if we've got the same criminal. Yeah. My champ, Haaland.
Yeah, that's it. I told people.
Man. I think it's just a good week. Golden boy, 4 goals. And for me, the reason why I find it even more interesting is because him and Lewandowski are keeping pace with each other. I just want to see how that race goes for the season.
What are they on?
Do you know? 11 and 10.
11 and 10. So Haaland is keeping up with the best striker in the world, but he's not a top 5 striker.
No, he is. I don't know who doesn't think that.
Boy, it's the producer's fan base, isn't it? The production's fan base. For the production's fan base.
For me,
Matty and them, man, innit?
That's gonna be an interesting race between them two because they can both score goals against most of the opposition in that league. Let's see what happens for that. But he should have won Golden Boy. That's a shoo-in, to be honest.
Yeah, big man.
Yeah, and
I think Sancho was done a bit dirty. 4th, I think that was a bit harsh.
4th was a bit harsh. He should have
won it last year ahead of Felix.
Tell you what, Saka top 10. What do we think about that? These things aren't existent, but Saka top 10. What do you think about that? I was like,
Forget that one. Vinicius top 10.
Oh, I was like, no, bro.
I was a fan of Vinicius, but I don't think he should have been in the top 10.
Vinicius, Greenwood, come on. How did Greenwood not get top 10?
He's got 12.
No, 12.
But yeah, that's
English.
that.
English type.
Who's your champ? Jose?
Probably give it to Jose. Big win. I think getting one over Pep is always nice. Yeah, I'll give it to Jose.
Yours? Bruno? You can't beat that guy. Bruno is inevitable.
He's inevitable. He's that Thanos, I'm telling you.
Thanos, bro, I'm telling you.
Champ of the week. You know what, I'll give Champ of the week. I kind of follow up on what you said at the start. Give Champ of the week to the people, man. The people that supported us.
Hey, for real.
Give Champ of the week to all our supporters. Pushed it, man. We were in the news. All of that, so I'll give it to them, man. The support has been crazy, man. Bare people quote tweeting it, bare people showing us love.
Fucking clipping it and reposting
it, everything. So
don't stop now, man. We're just starting, man.
Yeah, man. I'll give it to
Carlton Cole as well, man.
Yeah, support
often fucking footballers.
Just keep it true.
Keep it real like that, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it to.
All right, boom. Criminal. I think it should be unanimous, but I might be being biased. Nicholas Pepe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Just in case.
Nicholas
Pepe.
The Pepe the Frog, bruv. Big fraud. Absolutely. Because the thing is what was it? International break. He was coming out
there talking. Was the whole thing about, I want to be playing more.
He wants to be playing more minutes, and Arteta hasn't started him, if I'm not mistaken, at all in the Premier League this season. This was his first start.
And the reation for me why it was such a is because Arteta started him and then finally said, you guys have been saying Oba up top. I'm going to put Oba up top. He did it. He put it there.
Egg on his face. No Partey. No Partey.
No, but yeah, Pepe.
That's what they said.
Pepe is, we've all spoken about it.
Proud.
Before. We tweeted about it, all of us individually. We've spoken about it on here. We all know Pepe is a flop. Arsenal fans, for some reason, anytime you mention Pepe...
GA.
Yeah, bro, no, it's not even that. GA. Anytime you mention Pepe, they seem to, it's like they regurgitate, Maguire. I don't know if that's like Tourette's or something, but honestly, like, when Pepe has been a flop, just accept it. Singly, he's £72 million. He hasn't even scratched the surface.
What's amused me is I've seen Arsenal fans saying, "Oh yeah, let's sell him in January."
It's the 5-year payment plan that makes it fun.
You can't sell him because you still have to finish your payments off. So even if you sell him for 20 mil, you're still gonna have to pay in increments to make sure that you paid what you paid. This is a bright house. You can't trade in something to get. No. You're stuck with Pepe for a long time.
Like there was a reason why no other big club wanted him that summer. And you fell for the hoodwink price of 75 million and said, yeah, we're going to pay it. And we'll pay it over 5 years. Now you deserve to suffer. And I'm sorry. Again, you signed Willian in the summer to try and light a fire under his arse. Some Arsenal fans were telling me. No, just as bad. After the debut, reverted back to his bum himself. I know certain man will say he's a cog. He's a bum. He's an absolute bum.
Do we have to have a conversation
Willian
about Arteta?
is not the one.
I was just about to say that.
I
think
and
like
the thing is, I'll come out first because one of the things I said was he's trying to shore it up so he can build upon it. I'm not even seeing any building upon the attack of Perez now. And there was a question posted in my group chat, and
this is the question
that rattles people. You know when someone asks you, what's your manager's style of play, and there's no answer, then there's a problem. Because Arsenal fans were asking this group chat, what's the style of play? Yeah. There was no answer. And this is me not even getting at Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans are actually coming out now and saying, I'm fed up with this guy, he's this, he's that. Do we have to have a conversation now? Because before, it was like, all of the Arsenal fans told me was FA Cup run was amazing. Aubameyang scoring goals. That's another one.
Aubameyang has 400 and he hasn't scored since the opening day.
How do I phrase this properly?
Secured the bag and said,
Aubameyang is reminding me of Odemwingie, Adebayo.
Wow.
Bruh.
Who else is there?
What did he say?
No. I'm saying he's reminding me of Odemwingie, Adebayo.
You know, once the contract comes in,
there's a problem. You should know what I'm talking about. But once they man secure the bag and everything, after this, it's like Galatasaray and you're such an idiot, and like teams in Panama and stuff. Like, how old is Abba? What,
31?
Yeah. Now after the season, we can start seeing the weird transfers now.
Now, do you know what?
We start seeing the weird transfers.
Now, do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Arteta.
Look, go and look up any of those, like, I'll say it, all of those African centre forwards. Go and look at once they get to 30, 31, 32, what happens?
Well, Asamoah Gyan and them, man.
No, but I'm calling it. Look at them, Yakubu. Perfect example. Did the little thing at Sunderland and whatnot, and then I said, "Hey, all doing the dancing." What's what? Man went to what? Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia.
Hey, R.I.P. Castro.
Eto would count as well. Man was what, living in Moscow and getting paid to.
They want to set their lives in it, gold Lamborghinis and.
But that's what I'm saying. Once they get to this, Adebayo's prime example. Adebayo's in Togo, bro, coaching the national team.
Bro, hey, listen. Look, when I look at it,
showing us his Yeezys on Snap,
bro. The thing is that I can't like.
I'm fucking dead.
The thing is, with Aubameyang, right? I feel like as bad as he's playing, and a lot of things that everyone should know as flaws in his game, as in he doesn't create his own goals, and a lot of times like he's just seen his service and all this type of stuff, but. Usually, the thing that you got to give him credit for is that under Emery, it wasn't a great system. He'll still score a goal. Under Arteta, before, he'll still score a goal. But the issue now is Arteta's football is horrible, fam. It is poor. His football is poor, as in it's so defensive that it's ridiculous. Like they have no creativity, nothing. Aubameyang's the last player that right now I would get onto, but it's like I have to look everything at Arteta
was
at the
a
moment.
perfect game to kind of test out a more expansive style, because you know Leeds' defense is awful, and you know they're going to be more expansive and open as well. But then the double jeopardy side to this as well.
Leeds
Unai Emery is at Villarreal.
Drop it for us. Go on,
third,
we've got 2 minutes.
balling out.
Third
place, bro. Playing.
If
you see the
triangles, everything, bro.
Moe football.
Yeah.
Man said Moe.
Moe football. Crystal. Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades football.
That masculine shit.
And that's what they swapped Arteta.
That masculine shit.
Hey, production, hypnotic. You know what I mean?
Hey, production. Let me chat to some people right now. Let me chat to some people. Yo, I heard, you know what? Yeah, last week I heard the people were saying, what were they saying? That they were talking about Stoppage Time TV on their podcast and that, right? But Listen, the invitation. Can we give it a joint? The invitation, if he wants to come and sit here and talk ball,
bro, is
there.
Welcome, bro.
Welcome.
You get me? As we know, we see the podcast. You get me? Masculine shit and all of that. You know what I mean? Masculine shit and all of that. If you wanna come sit and talk ball, cause Liverpool are doing a bit well, the chest are higher right now and stuff. You know what I mean? That's fine. But if you wanna come chop it up, the seat is right there. You get me?
It's warm.
You get me? Because
I'm
catching indirects. People are sending me the indirects.
Man, I say you're wearing funny hats.
Funny hats. And the Willie and that.
Norwich fans.
If you're coming to the show, I bring that Henny that you pop. Bring that champers. We'll pop it together. You get me? We drink on that. But yeah, man.
Listen,
I'd say that.
On
You
that
get me?
bombshell, man. That's another episode. Make sure you're following all of our personal socials and the socials. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. Once again, thank you for support. If you're watching this on a Monday tonight, watch the documentary Anton Ferdinand. It touches on the light of the stuff that we actually discussed. Make sure you're watching that as well. And yeah, man, share with a friend. Keep plugging. Keep the support there. We're growing. You get me? You see it? Anyway.
The pod. I'm talking about winners because he was dropping. He was name dropping Stoppage Time. So I'm talking about winners talking. You get me? Winners talking. Shout, man. You get me?
Calm. That's no episode. We're out.